Should you have a threesome?
We're bringing sexy back. We're bringing sexy back.
Let's get it started. Potter, won't you give it up?
Hello, beautiful lady. Yes, I am talking to you. It is Thursday, and you know what goes down here on Thursday. Wife Life with Dr. Gail goes down here on Thursday. So do me a huge, huge favor. Make sure that you're hitting the subscribe button and the little bell right next to it so you'll know when I go live. And so tonight, I want to talk to you about, should you have a threesome? And if so, what you should consider before you decide to have a threesome. Yes, in my practice, I get asked so many times, Dr. Gail, should I have a threesome? Me and my husband have been talking about that. I get women from around the world, should we have a threesome? And so I'm going to just give you some practical advice and some things to consider before you decide to have a threesome. Is that good? Okay, let's get in it. Here's a few things that you should consider before you have a threesome. Number one, having a threesome is not something that you should do to fix your marriage or to save your marriage, right? And so many people think that having a threesome or trying to meet your spouse's sexual needs or trying something new will keep you guys closer together. Let me just tell you, adding a threesome into your marriage can cause you more harm than it can do good, okay? And so if you're in a situation where you're grasping for straws to be able to save your marriage, a threesome is not something that you should even consider doing in order to save your marriage, right? Marriage counseling, effective communication, showing each other respect, all of those things are the most important in your marriage besides trying to add someone else or another situation into the marriage. So I would say if you're trying to do a threesome because you think this is a last ditch to try to save your marriage and bring intimacy back into your marriage or any of those things, the answer is absolutely don't do it, because you're going to open up another door that you don't want open. Number two, you need to consider the who, the what, the when, and the where, okay? And this is a huge one when you're thinking about doing a threesome, right? Who are you going to bring into your marital bed? Who are you going to bring into your marriage, right? And most of the time people say, pick somebody that you know, pick somebody that you trust. I think that is a huge, huge mistake. For the simple fact is that you're going to have to interact with this person well after this act goes on, right? And most of the time, couples who engage in threesomes, they only do it one time. There are a few couples that do it multiple times, but for the most part, one spouse cannot handle it. And so therefore, it's only a one-time thing. So I don't say do it with one of your good girlfriends, or if it's vice versa, one of his good guy friends, because that just opens up the door that you don't want, and you're going to have to see this person on a continuous basis and deal with them. So I don't say go with a really good friend, okay? The what? What is your expectation out of this threesome? What is allowed? What are you comfortable with when it comes to your spouse doing something or implementing something with someone else? What are the rules? You have to have some rules of engagement before you get into this. And this needs to be discussed thoroughly outside of the bedroom. And then it also needs to be discussed thoroughly with the person that you choose to do this with. So they will be very clear about the boundaries that you and your spouse set when it comes to this, right? The when. When is this going to happen? And I say don't do it around anything like a birthday or a holiday or anniversary, because if it does not go well, you don't want that to be a part of a memory on a special day that you and your spouse share. And the where. Do not engage in a threesome in your marital bed. Get a hotel, do it somewhere else. Do not do it in your marital bed. For the simple fact is, again, if it does not go well, that's a space that you and your spouse share, and that should be a sanctuary between you two, and it shouldn't be something that is shared with someone else. Number 3, make sure that you guys practice safe sex. Practice safe sex. Again, I don't suggest that you engage with a threesome that you know, with somebody you know that you hang out with on a regular basis. It could be someone that you're acquaintance with, but I'm not saying, I just really think that you're opening up a real big Pandora box when you do it with someone that you know and that is a very close girlfriend, or like I said, a guy friend of your spouse. But be safe. Practice safe sex, because you don't know where that other person has been. You don't know how many sexual encounters that person has been with. And you also, all three, you guys really need to get tested before and after, just to make sure that you are safe. But practice safe sex. Use condoms, use dental dams, whatever you need in order to make sure that you're safe. Okay? Number 4, make sure that you're able to express your feelings before, during, and after. Express if you are not feeling comfortable, if you have some concerns, if you're worried about something. Have that dialogue with your spouse and have your dialogue with the third person. You should be able to do that. And if something is going on during the act that you're not comfortable with, you should be able to voice that as well. And afterwards, you guys should sit down and have a conversation about your feelings after this happens. Because if you don't, again, you're going to harbor those feelings towards that other person as well as your spouse, and you're going to carry that, and that can affect you sexually when you explore and do other things with your spouse. So make sure that you have open dialogue before, during, and after if you decide that this is the road that you want to go on. And number 5, a threesome will definitely change the dynamics of your sexual life as well as your marriage. I don't care what people say, oh, we do it all the time, it hasn't changed us. Yes, it has. Because either you had a bad experience or either you had a great experience and you don't think that you can meet each other's sexual needs unless you have that third person inside of your marital bed, right? And I'm not giving you whether you should do a threesome or not. What I'm telling you is these are some things that you really need to consider before you engage in a threesome. Because again, I get the honor and the privilege of counseling and coaching people all over the world that have engaged in threesomes. And some people have had great experiences and some people have had a disaster, and they didn't put these things in place and they didn't think about these things before they engaged in a threesome. Again, I pray that this teaching has at least opened your mind to given you some things to consider before you engage in a threesome. I love you to pieces. I am here every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see you next week. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you're looking for more resources to take your marriage to a whole nother level, I'm your girl. Please click the link below and visit my website. There's tons of ebooks and books and all kind of things just to help you on this wife life journey. As well as I would love for you to join me on all my other platforms. You can look for me on TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page. I am always hanging out on all my platforms, so click the link below and join my tribe. I truly appreciate you.
We're bringing sexy back. We're bringing sexy back.
Let's get it started.